Afkau. O whakawhetai ki heo toa. Pea ko whakawhonga to e whakamaro. Me heo ngā whamiri. E te mo tolu, ko mo lava mai. Ke whakawhonga e wak Fonua. E kamata o e lotu whakawheta. Mo tau whakamaro ko e hui. O tau taha koeni. Nā tau maheni, nā tau whiohi. Nā tau whakakata. Ke tau ki kau ngā roi. Ka kua ui e he pure maani one tai haa mai. Pea kou whakamaro atu. O manatu ke rea na e whawhai e pentutu ila. E taimi koe na ne whawhai ai e ngāhi Kalofiama. Koe ngāhi whaiwa. Pea mahalo pe koe pā usi pe e pentutu ila hano kā i ngā. Pea nane talange. Koe lakalaka koe na ai kautama koe na e toki tā. Aina mi haasini. Kore atu, taki i atu pēke lalo o wawa koe na koe i a polisi motu a o tau mo ui pē mi ai he te mouto e laka mai pē. Paskau, o wana alwe ka inga lotu, te mouto e whai lotu whakaosi anai. Koe ki mea eni kou kore atu, koe whakahoko mai pēa mei he urumotu a. Kataki a koe o ku a au ai fika o mea rere koe ni. Pamaremore peke heo oi kika whakahoko atu. Koe fika o mea rere koe Toyota FQ855 valu nime nima. FQR valu nime nima. Ko koe ku tonu keke mauloto pe fika ho mea rere. Pamaremore me atu ki ai o te katalsi ke whai hiwaka ki toki tuu na mau iro ko koe. Le atu o ke ave mua o mea rere, ngari na aku tau i ha feitu o ki kai tau ke tu uai. Maro, koe hoko, mau nofo foki o whakaroto whakahoko mai koe e lava mai a e ifi o ne hanga. Pea, we can't wait. Koe a ka lava ai ki i whakahoko at koe ni, ka mau teu mai pe ai ke mawhana, he ko mawhana. O tau kamata, ko kamata ke langa i mahe whai whekau. Ta koutou whai whekau, whakamawhana au pita me ngahiwa. Ko Teili, ko tamana e manako ke he tau hi o taimi. Ta ko mou ta i ko hiwa ko mea maari, mo e ongo maari. Ko ia tau ai ke alupe, pe tau wau ke tuunga ko ia he koni. Ko e lava ini pe a kokore ke he kauifi, ai mai ha tau ki fo i mea. Paka aku aha ki fo i mea ke tau tuisi sai pe, he ko tau tuisi pe e enki. Peka lava ia, koe poni, e whai ai whakaamu ke ki whanau. Ke whai ai nau manaki merie. Kaka lava i fi, o kore atu na ie ki whine motua, ko ma tuhine pia mo e pekia, na e kai ke ai au ke whai ene manaki merie ane po. Pea urere atu ki tu ako tafuru ia iau. Pea ngalo he whine motua ko whai whekaua. Kai whetakai pea o kore atu kātaka. E ai hao pleisi a pongpong. Ko ia ka lava ai fi, ko kore atu ki a sosi, ka mai funa, ke mea mai. Pea koki mou tolu koe e whai ho mou manatu merie. Ka taki whanako mai ke mea koe ni. O kui ai ai rea koe state only. State pe. Ka pau koho o teu mai o kui ai haki me ingako pea moha ki hui whanga e whakatapu katak tuku ia. State pe. Ko ia ai ke tau whanongo ki ai pea maari korat ke hiwhi pea teu mai susi.
Ko kore pe ke whanga I he ngai talawhatapu nai ka mata atu ai tau lotu kongo he fia tini. Kai ata pia te au ke whai e ku manatu mele. Hange koe mea konu talamai I whai te kau. Koe steak pe. Nei te ke au wangi steak ia ke toa ngau. Koe pōni ia te ulo mua mo hurani. Whatu loa. Kai ata kia te au. Fie mau pe he whanau. Ke whai na manatu mele ke tunga ane konu. I he malungo fulu tupu, mo hiwa mo fulu tupu. Kai te iai ka tuo whewhine ia e wheo waofi mon. Peki ia ka koe whini motua koe ni. Ne mau mata wharetaha pe I Manueli Ngatoni. Pea na e hoko pe a Teili, na mhange pe na matakoto keteta. Hoko pe e mawhanau. Hange pe tamai ta whaeta. Ko e loto pe whanau ke whakamatala. Ko au o kou ilo lelei a hau tuanga ana. I he mawheohi atu. Kou ilo koe tangata koe ni. Ne ongo na aku ko au na ukau he whaunta o langi Mālie. Pea na aku ngau e whakanesi langi Mālie. Tau he kamataanga. Nā ku ilo ai hoku tuanga ane, na e kau I he langa langi Mālie. Kau I fundraising, kau I hono support, ke tuu ai kliniki koe ni. Teili ko whamaloa, I he ngau e la ke whai ki he community. Ko e ku manat melie e ko ngaua. Ulu aki, ko opposite koe melie, koe mahi. Te ulaki mahi, piau toki manaki melie. Koe mahi, koe talanoa koe ke mau wheo ki koe rotonga ia, ai polis, hako ai whanau. Koe tō whā, tū fui, hepsipa, mele whau, kau atoai mohoku uhi ko Elina. Pe aku sai pe atu fu ia koko ke ne whaai o angare. Ko e fo I toko tolu koe. O kai te nau spot he ka puna he tolo e matapate ke o kalasia. Kai te ai fu leta ia ate. Ko e leta tā. He ko nane mo ui ai ako a whana. Ko tui pēku mea I he hau e ki furi mai. Koe kau wako e ni he university. Ka totolo I he lano whare o kuolo ia hange hangata. Ka aku kao mau pe whanau ke te au. Ko lahi e kuloi. Lohi aki ka eke. Ko whea heku na uki hena. He nā mau mate whare taha pe I Manueli Ngatoni. I kai Teili, ko ani, ku nā wako pe I loto whare. Ko kume lau ta koe kwa te nau iai ki nau tō. E iro pe ki nau I wheki nau. Tā ere tā. Kai te, koe manatu meri e ia he nā make pe aho pe taha ku marerei. O wale pe ko tā ane. Susi hau ke tā mau e ku ki haka koe ni. Ko pea I o koe te ulue atu. Koe ku lue atu koe. Tā mai e pe. Hau ki whareka. Ko lue atu pe ki whareka. Os teo mai te pile. Koe fu wheke ni whaka ofa. E tonga ane. Ka taki ko a fitu au ka ke pai wheke. Susina, hao ko kai e wheke ke mo ui ke awal. Pea ua kai wheke ai wheke pea o kai ai pea ua. O ko manatu ia ki he tunga ane ko eni. Tunga ane na ma wheo. Tau pe me wawao heke ia ko. Mo e wha aluange ki uta ko e whie kai me ata. ula aluange he pai ko ui ke koe hoko lange he hos ko e tangata koe ni na e wheo hia mo mau kaina me tō angaupa kai ke whakapiko piko ia ko e matana no atu pe kune pe mai kai te au Sufina ko tau kolofo o kulau ko e kolo e tō angai ofa kanau kalotu tō iau mari pia kanau ka whai hia tō ki hangala ko pia ko hai tō ki hangala Sufina ka fie kai pulu peha mo tu aia e ala tu peha o tu usi mai ai fo ia langa e pulu ia ba e mui e pulu ka vea e tolu pe pulu ia ki tu mai kai te he koe whaka hua ia e tuonga anu o te ema koe mea ta io o ku ke haa ate a tō mohuni o ke ia wengo te whae tangata ko haa ke si ae ke lange tō mohuni ko tō mohuni foki na e talo ne tupu taike me to tonge iha ne tupu hao pea awe o ngā pōpula iha le pea ko haa mea ai motu ana e whae I kai te ke ilo e mea ato mohuni ho whae tangata na e whae na e i taia he kā pōpula he koia na ne whae e kuki pea au ia o uku tu ulu he miti a kā pōpula uko no ulu pea toki mau he kā pōpula e ka aina ka pau ia ka utu iena o te mo mamahi he koe kuta noa pea mea kona e tamaktu ane ko manaku meri e kia Teili tangata nai ofa
Malo.
Nai kai tene toi lau ko ke manau ngai au ko ni pau ai whanau ka nau whakalalo a pe ko nau mau matai tohi kātoa pure a te tahi le tako he ptipa he nane pe mai ka te au Sufina ko hai mai whai ka he ptipa ko pea he kuha he pisipa ko ana utu ona kwange he le tafa tō mata ko e hoko e ko tau whamiri utu ko e hoko ki a hai he whirimotoko na ko meresi mo pea longo he me whirimotoko na ko la mua hokui he psipa ko tui pe mo whanongo ki tala noa ko ni ka mo ilo ko mamahi a Teili ko uhi ko e aka ka ko ki mo tolu pa i he taimini ko e ni ko mo sio ki he ola ai fureta a Teili ko mo mau matai tohi kotoa tu fui pe na ngarere nge nai hoko e kene whae ko e toko tolu ko e ni ko nau I he ngai potu ngā au e maalunga pia ko utala kia he ptipa pule foki he kuantas ko ia ke alu kia Brisbane mo puka mai kore mai kia he ptipa leongo ene hele taa whakatou mata ho mo nutu ka pule ia I Brisbane ko tui o ko skamukamu mai a whai whekau hok tuang ane ko whiunga ka kou kore whako more atu Teili si o tuonga ane alua ke kai kei toe loi ke whai mone taimi kai kei toe kai seke ke kou rio kou waho whitu e lewa maranga kau tataua
Ko mea hena koe nai kai ke wai ke rea ane Ose e whakapuri ho tau ki koro Ane o ngoia Malo au pito ko manaku te motua nai au fit Te whai e mau kai ke kai wheke Ko I kai ia ka ne kai ke uno Tā tui e ifo ai ka Tā koe whoke u I kai ke kai ka Tā e uno Pea o se kai koe hai ka kata ko i kata no ta sai pe kai ke toi a fitua. Mai mono ia asione Teili Fonua siamo plenaise Fonua. Io no ta pikina kinao e o tua ake e whanau ko ne lawe. Pea na ia I hona foha. Hona foha ko amo I matoto Fonua. Pea I taimini o kou whakamu ke whakawhei o kui heni ai hoa te mo ki whanau. Pea e kamata e ki whaamiri koeni o matoto. Ai manatu merie ke taimina e ai asione Teili Fonua. Pea koe mea whakamawhana ai hangatu ke hoa o matoto. Pea hei kai keu toi tala noa ki ai. Pakou whakawhi ke mea mai. Peka lava ini. Pakou kore atu koe o kui kua lava mai e tau kauhiwa mai o ne hanga. O kui heni. Sai. Ka lava ai manatu merie koe nā. Ai e mea koe na mou talamai ane po o kou tui he kate mou loi. Koi heni ho mou whaihiwa. Pea ai e uhiwa koe na e teu I koe e te. Pa.
Maloi lelei whaamiri. Mo tai ngā lotu. Kai a tā mo au, ke whai ha manatu me lie, ke ta mai ofa ko e ni ko sione Teili Fonua. Ka ki mua ia te whakaha atu au, ko hoku hingo au, ko Sisilia, talu I loai whaiwa Fonua. Ka taki atu pe pai no kama, ka ko au pe number 1 o Teili. Ko e hoa o whaanga a amoki matoto Fonua. The only son of my late mother-in-law, Pelenaise Fonua, and Sione Teili Fonua. I'm the mother of Tu fui peka Fonua leka, me le whau Fonua leka, mo hepi sipa Michaela Fonua si. I am so grateful to our conquering Lord Almighty for this humbling opportunity to stand here tonight and share my memories of my father-in-law, Sione Teili Fonua, who I know of as Pa. I've had the privilege of knowing Pa for 16 wonderful years. Very interesting 16 years, I might add. Iri manatu melie shared during these past couple of nights explained the kind of man my father-in-law was. He was the funniest old man. Even more so when he put him and Lolesio together, it was all over at that point. I thought I could talk. No, this man, he takes the cup. He would talk for hours, cigarette on hand, laughing and reminiscing about the past, how Toto came about and what he experienced during those times. Sad, some happy, but at the same time, he had no regrets. He would share stories about his family in Vava'u so proudly. Must be a vavu thing, yeah, would be so proud. But nothing compares to the stories he would share about his grandchildren. His life was the grandkids. He lit up every time we talk about them with a huge smile. When his late wife, Belenaise Fonua, passed, my mother-in-law, and when my husband was incarcerated, it was then that I got to spend more time with Ba, which then made us very close. He was the type of person who would make you feel like you were the only person in the room. Very selfless. Always making sure that I was well looked after. Never wanted me to do anything but to sit down and talk with him. He'd constantly call me just to check up on the kids, ask if we've eaten. If not, he'd get his grandchildren or his granddaughters, Meletonga and Belenaise, to bring him to our house with food, to have dinner together. Never missing a week without providing my girls' lunches for school, calling me to say, Palu, ka take o awhi mai o atu ki se eniti, ke kumi aise. Ke kumi aise ki liwi, ai kaule ka. I Pōkeno, every time we go to see and visit my papa, I'd always say, Pa, don't worry about it. We're okay, it's okay. And he says, Palu, Palu. He loved his son and grandchildren so much, he'd never take no for an answer. He never wanted me to feel like I'm doing it on my own without a father for my kids. Pa, how am I going to do it without you? You're the reason I stay strong for the kids. I will never be able to repay you for the love and support you've done for my girls and I. No more phone calls, no more weekly hangouts, and meaningful long conversations. I'm going to miss your smile, but most of all, I'm going to miss hearing you say, hello, Mrs. Fonua. Thank you for loving me like your own. Thank you for your stories. Thank you for the 16 amazing years of memories that I can share with my daughters for a lifetime. I love you so much, Pa. Si toka ia longa mo firmali eki. I was sent an email with a letter from the son, and he's asked me to share with everybody today. My dearest beloved Father, I may not have come into this world in the best of circumstances, but I am grateful and blessed to have you as my father, your only son, and only brother to my sisters, Bufui, Hepisipa, and Melefau. Where would I be without you, Dad? Or what man would I be if you didn't take me and bring me to Mom to raise me to be a brother to my sisters? I could only imagine how hard that would have been, especially for Mom, Dad. Mom is the strongest and most loving and forgiving woman I'd ever known. Because if I had did what you did to Palu, she would have left me in a heartbeat. Very true, Father. Don't worry, Dad. As soon as I come out of prison, Teili will be on his way. I will always remember when I was little, how you would come back from working at Montana Wines, night shift, and I'm sleeping, and you would kiss me and I can smell the alcohol and your prickly beard on my face. And I used to think to myself, man, this man must drink for a job. Not to mention the smoking. I wonder why Mom gets angry when you smoke in the house. Thank you for taking me to Auntie Eels every weekend so I can be around the boys. Because I think being around my sisters 24/7, I would have been a whakaledi. Thank you for that, Pa. If it's anything that you taught me, it was to love my sisters and their children and to fulfill my duties as a brother and only uncle to my nephews and nieces and grannies. They must be thinking, what a useless brother and uncle going to prison. I think you're right, Dad. When you get angry at me and you say, "Fulai pe hoko ngale matua." I miss you so much, Dad. I'm going to miss our conversation, your wise words, your laughter, your smile, your words of encouragement. But most of all, your dafulis. Dad, thank you for being the father figure to my kids while I've been in prison. I know my daughter is going to miss you, especially your little friend, Mary Flex, Miss Delicioso. Saike holo, Dad, because you always feed her McDonald's. It's going to be so hard, Dad, now that you are gone. I have no one to ring when Balu Naisi or Meletonga won't pick up their phones. I can always rely on you knowing you will always pick up. Thank you for the phone cards, the kids' lunch money, the money you give them to come visit me, to stop at Volcano for ice cream, for topping up my 100, the list goes on. I know I'm going to feel it with you not being here. Dad, I love you so much, Dad. I can only hope to be at least half the man you are. I have some big shoes to fill, and I promise to go back to Vava'u, continue the kava, look after the house and land, and continue what you started. I will make you proud, Dad. I will look after our family. I will do everything you told me. Thank you for everything, Dad. I am the man I am today because of you.
Malo.
For those who don't know me, my name is Melifa, also known as Passport in Nurse and Delicioso. Yeah, also the favorite grandchild, so everyone's sitting here. Sorry. But, growing up, when I was little, I always used to like coming to see bar and Mano with my dad, and I was my dad's little kid. So my dad was a prisoner, and I put a ball in my life. I left and I had a big gap in my life. So Bar was there for me and my sisters and my mom. Looked after us, and I always do for the bar, his leg, his head, everything. I was sick of it. I used to hate it. I used to sit there and just go like that in silence. But now, since Ma's gone, I realized the importance of grandparents and to make every moment count. I mostly remember sitting with the folly with Bob. He was sitting on the boy just watching the chase on TV one, and he's just sitting there with his vape smoking, and all you see is the things going up and just down. Oh, this moment is very extreme. Yeah. That was very, very important to me. That was very, very important. He used to come secretly give me money. And I was coming to hide it from my mom. And then I ended up going home and giving it to my mom because she said she learned too I got money. I used to give it for food and that. For lunches, I used to get angry because I never had money. He loved Adidas. I always loved Adidas and his matching tracksuits. I was used to like laugh a bit. He also loved Aloha shirts. And he was always great with Tonga. I love Ba so much. And I'm gonna miss him a lot while he's with me now.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Ba when he's with me. That's it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Fonua. I am the eldest daughter of Amoki Matoto Fonua, who is the only son of Sione Teili, who I know of as Ba. Thank you all for sharing this night with us. I know that Ba is watching over us tonight, and I truly believe that he knows just how loved he was throughout the 14 years of my life. Ba has always shown my cousins and I so much love and support. Whenever Ba comes to mind, I remember his soft voice and little hand movements he did when he sang for us. His laughter and humor filled the house with so much joy, and being in his presence was enough to make you feel at ease. I never knew how much I'd missed the days when we would gather together to fota Ba, while he shared endless stories and memories of our homeland, Apoo. Ba was a very generous man, always making sure we had lunch money for the canoe after visits with my dad, and he never let us sleep on an empty stomach, even if that meant waking up in the middle of the night to wait in a long queue. I always felt so grateful for Ba and wondered why the man above blessed me with such a kind-hearted man. There has never been a day other than Sundays where he left the house without his tracksuit and aloha shirt combo. You could say he was a very stylish man. Ba had the ability to make friends with anyone, no matter the age or relationship. He always had something to talk about. I love you so much, Ba. Thank you for the endless amount of precious memories and support you showed me. I know that you're reunited with Nana in a place where pain and stress no longer exist. Rest in God's love and everlasting peace, and send our love to Nana Belenasi. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Apoo Fonua. My dad is Dr. Fonua. Teili is only son. The memories I will never forget about Ba was he would always tell us some scary stories at night when we were kids, and he would always ask to fota him. One of the things that I loved about Ba was he would always get everything we want when we get a good report. The higher the report, the bigger the prize, and that's how I got my guinea pigs. Their names are Coconut Miracle Fonua and Nilo Faith Fonua. They would never like to sleep together because they didn't really like each other. Ba, I know you're resting in peace. peace now, so now you can breathe properly and be with Nana. We would always remember you because you were the perfect grandpa and Nana was the perfect Nana. I love you more than the stars in the sky. That's what Dad says to me all the time, to show me how much he loves me, and that's how much I love you. See my love to Nana. Rest in peace, Bob.
Malo.